Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. There we go. It is now time for, well, we're going to call it Cuckoo for Who because somebody's up here.
Yeah.
Who is the host of Cuckoo for Who? Nathan.
Yeah.
No!
It's not me.
No, me.
Yes.
I'm not that cool.
But it's really, we're doing a Doctor Who roundtable about Series 9. Woo. We're just going to kind of talk it out. And being a roundtable, that means you guys are included. This is a big old round table. So
That's the
if you want to
biggest
come up
table.
and ask a question or talk about something, we've got a mic up here. We can hand it to you. You can join in. It's a little hard when you're shouting stuff out. But if you're in the middle of coloring, which I totally want to come over there and join you.
Yes.
Look at that. Look how detailed that is. How awesome.
Awesome.
If you just can't get up here because you're coloring or texting or whatever you do, I get it. But let's get into this thing. So, all right, let's introduce ourselves. Let's start on that end.
Oh, sure. Hi, my name's Nathan Chesterfield. I'm a Doctor Who cosplayer, and I work here at the Blue Box Cafe in Elgin.
I am Molly Southgate. I am on Cuckoo for Who, the host, and the host of Once Upon Ever After.
Which is Ever After's a Once Upon a Time podcast.
Yes.
Awesome.
And you've got a big one coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yes, they do.
The
What's your show?
Gallivant.
Yes, what's the name of that show?
Maybe not the worst podcast ever.
She's the host of that.
Yes, and
I need to listen
I'm
to that
on
one.
a lot of other things.
Yes, and she guests on a lot of other things, but those are her big shows.
Yeah.
So, Molly, and I'm Rob Southgate. So let's get into this thing. Season 9. To me, this has been a crazy season.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it. Let's get initial reactions. Molly, let's start with you. What did you think of Series 9 versus Series 8? Because we've had this is the second year with Peter Capaldi as the new Doctor.
Yeah.
I liked Series 8 better.
You did. Now, why did you like it better? What was connecting for you more? Or is it just because, spoiler, somebody died? Yep. Ooh, man.
No.
Is this a video podcast? I just got the look of death.
Well, I mean, everyone's here to watch the finale, so I'm assuming they know who died already.
Wait, can we even see her on here? So little, Molly.
I'm on the tallest
There we go.
chair.
Getting everything out of the way.
There we go. I'm like an
Yes.
eclipse. I'm like Dark Side of the Moon. Moving in. So you like this one, or you liked last season better than this season?
This season, he didn't seem as much as the Doctor. In the last couple episodes, he was right back as the Doctor.
But the
No.
early part of the season,
Yeah.
you weren't connecting with him. Well, what do you
No.
think that was?
He wasn't acting like the Doctor as much. I didn't like the episodes. Like, it seemed like they would have been super cool, but they weren't as much.
Okay. What do you think, Nathan?
I completely disagree. I thought, for Series 8, I thought there were a couple good episodes.
Let's keep it civil, Nathan. Come
But-
on.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I thought for Series 8, they had a good Doctor and a bad season. As we talk about it back here, that's usually what we say. Is it was a great Doctor and a bad season. There were a few good episodes. Like Listen was really good. The finale was really good. But with Series 9, there's only really been maybe one episode that I haven't thoroughly been blown away by. I think most of the
Chris.
episodes have had really strong writing, really good character development. I haven't felt bored watching any of these. Frankly, I got bored halfway through Series 8 because it was more
Okay.
Danny and Clara than it was Doctor Who. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But this
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
I feel like they focused more on the Doctor again, and that was really good. And I feel like, especially episodes like last week, Heaven Sent was incredible.
Yeah.
There have been some really good standout classics in this season.
Yeah. Heaven Sent, big standout.
That was
The one
it was
before
incredible.
I'm going to tell you exactly what Molly's problem is with this season, and it is not because of a death.
Yes, it's
No,
not.
I can tell you exactly what the
I am
problem
sad
is.
about that, by the way. She was.
She was
the
great.
character was my
After
favorite.
I watched the episode, I was
And
like,
anybody you
leaving.
listening, sorry if we're going to spoil, but we have to be able to talk about it. If you're here tonight, you're seeing the series finale for Series
Yes.
9, a season finale, Series 9. So you should already know, and if you don't, you're going to go, where's Clara?
Well,
yeah. Well,
sad news, apparently.
Yeah, so
Clara
we're
got
spoiling it.
offed.
If you don't want to hear
She's dead.
earmuffs. Yeah.
Straight to the point. She got
What? So,
And actually, it's kind of a cool thing to note too that she is the first modern New Who companion to actually officially die.
Yeah.
Because all of the other companions have either gone to a parallel universe or just went on their way or forgotten everything about someone.
Or eventually
been
died of old
transported in
age.
time. But Clara actually dies, like saving one of her friends in Face the Raven.
Do you consider River a companion? Because she actually technically died in the series.
No,
Yes,
she's not a
but-
companion.
What do you mean she's not a companion?
Yes,
doesn't count.
although River Song's death is really weird because like she's still in the show.
Right.
So she does die, but it didn't really have the impact at the time because she was a character that was in one episode, and now like we're just so used to seeing her that it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
she-
It doesn't. To
she
me, that one doesn't really.
regenerates.
She's going to be
count.
back in about 3 weeks, too.
Yeah,
so.
Because
she
Alex
regenerates.
Kingston said it herself in an interview like a few days ago.
Scott
She's not
likes
really
it.
a companion because she just kind of pops in every now and again. And if she was like a true companion, then like people wouldn't find it as enticing to see her every time.
What-
so
but what defines
she
a
is,
companion?
but she isn't.
She flies the TARDIS.
I mean, I
She's
define a
married to the
companion as
doctor.
somebody that sticks with him for like the entirety of a season. River
So
Song's,
she's a wife.
yeah, River
Yeah.
Song's his wife. Like she's been
Martha,
in enough
if
episodes.
I called you my companion, would you accept that? Would you call yourself a companion? I'm the doctor. Are you my companion? See? There you go.
Well, no.
Nice.
She's not debating the companion. She's debating you, the doctor.
I would debate you, the doctor.
You're the doctor? You're the dorkter.
The dork.
The
probably
doctor.
fly
You know
the
what? My
TARDIS into a
humor plays
wall.
really well with 8-year-olds. Next up, I'm going to tell some fart jokes.
No.
Don't we do that already?
No.
Yeah, she doesn't even like them. All right, Chris, so what did you think of this season? And then I'm going to tell you why Molly doesn't like it.
Well, Molly's wrong. No.
That was more aggro than I was.
I'm teasing
Come
you,
on.
Molly, 'cause
Keep
you know
it
what?
civil.
There's people who really liked season 8, and I liked it but didn't care for it as much. I think it was just Moffat. I think compared it to season 8, because Jenna Coleman was originally going to leave, I don't think he had a plan for Clara coming back to the series, and he kind of lost. That's what happened with season 8. Season 9, there's a definite path, and I love that he is making Capaldi. The relationship between him and Clara was a very defined, and they wrote it the whole season, where they were almost like partners, and it was the old way where it was her and him going together, where he was like a facilitator.
Sure.
And that's what I loved about Series 9. I love that he was old and cranky and mean, and was a doctor of old.
I don't think.
All right.
I don't think they made him as cranky this season, though. Like if you watch the old episodes, I think he's.
Are we watching the same show?
Well, I think. Let me
You're
rephrase
thinking
that.
of
I think
Friends.
I think he's a lot more.
Ross was not as cranky.
No.
I think this season he is a little bit more compassionate, though.
doesn't laugh at my
because
joke.
in the last season he just didn't give like a flying flip about anything, and he
Yeah.
clearly
Well
made
put.
that known. There were very few points in the season where he like showed any emotion other than I'm cross.
Right.
But now he gets mad, but then he kind of realizes that he's being mad, and then tries to like be compassionate, and like you can see that
that's
he's
'cause they
trying
give
to
him-
be happy
that he
at
gets
some
the
point.
cards and he's looking
Like you
at it.
can
I
see
thought
his,
that was great.
you can see his
Cards
character
are
like,
one of the best things on the show.
he's still very curfidgety, but he's not as curfidgety all the time.
Fidgety.
See, I think he's even
That's
more
a heck
so.
of a word.
I think he's even more so because he gets really.
Mom, is that a word? Can you look that up?
Curfidgety
Robert
is an
Loggia.
actual word.
Curfidgety,
It is
yes.
an actual word.
I mean, I thought it was.
I had to look it up for an English paper last year, and since then it has become my favorite word.
Well, was it on the internet? I just wanted to know. Just teasing.
You know what? I looked in a dictionary. It's a book. You can get those at a library.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Wow.
there's such a
Scott's
thing as
like,
a-
yeah, library, yay!"
Yeah.
So,
And what I love about this season is the 2-part shows, where it's not just like, hey,
yes,
we're going to
it
cram
feels
all
like
this
you're
into 50
getting
minutes.
more.
More, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, here's why Molly doesn't like it. See if I'm wrong.
Okay.
He doesn't have the screwdriver. He's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
His shirt for the first half of the season was a glitter shirt. He didn't look like the
Yes.
doctor. He looked like a homeless Joe. Am I right?
I mean, the doctor is a homeless Joe.
And then Clara
That's exactly
died.
who he is.
And you didn't like it because Clara died? What about when Amy died? Did you like
This
that?
She didn't die,
oh,
though.
no, we don't talk about that.
She didn't die, though.
She's dressed as Amy
she-
tonight. We don't talk about
She
it.
didn't die, though. She just got teleported back in time.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
now
she
she's
She did. There's
dead
a
of old
gravestone.
age.
But
at
but
this
she
point.
didn't die,
Amelia
though.
Pond.
She dies later.
Amelia
That
Pond,
doesn't count.
1985.
Well,
You're
see,
that
look,
nerd
look what you made me do.
Oh, my gosh.
Your podcast career just died, David.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nerd
about that.
rage.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to fit in.
That's right.
So I know that's why Molly didn't enjoy the season as much, but
Yes.
it's not 100% accurate because as we did our podcast, every episode would end and she'd go, "That was amazing." You loved
Yeah.
it. And then when we talked about what we didn't like, it always came back to those stupid sunglasses, which
Yes.
we're going to talk about,
Yep. They're going
and the
away.
outfit. The last couple episodes,
Yeah.
he's in the
Uh-huh.
he's in
I
a
can bring
doctor
that up.
outfit. He's not playing around with those sunglasses. He hasn't had the
Well,
Sonic,
he
but
did-
the
he
Sonic's
used
back
them.
in the next
He used
one.
them in. He used
He
them in
used
the
them. He used them
helmet.
correctly. The other ones, it was like,
He
oh,
puts
I
them on
do
to be
this.
cool.
I'll go like this, and I'm pretending to use sunglasses. That's
Yeah.
So
exactly
when he whips
what
out the Sonic and just goes like this, and they go, "Oh, it reads
Yeah.
something." Come on.
I can believe that a lot more.
I think it was a good experiment to
if
see
it
if they
had just
could get
been
away
a Sonic
from
Fez as
the
opposed to the
screwdriver.
screwdriver, it would have been fun. But who cares? You'd have been like,
You
he's
can't do
putting on a
Sonic
hat.
eyebrows. Sonic eyebrows.
Sonic
Sonic
eyebrows.
eyebrows
Okay,
would have been
that's
awesome.
fantastic.
No, they're attack
They
eyebrows.
light up.
Yeah, then they light up. Molly's like all back on board.
Yeah.
Season 9 was
And
great.
actually, good news for those of you who hate the sunglasses. If you've seen the promo images for the Christmas special, in
the
one of them
Sonic
he is
is back.
holding a new screwdriver.
Well, is it? Hold on.
Yay.
Hold on. Is it new or is it old?
It is new, and it looks really cool.
Is it not the? Is it the River
It's not
Song
Matt
one?
Smith's one. It's not the River Song one. I don't think it doesn't look the same.
He went to
But
Borders
it
and
looks
got that build your
It
own
looks
kit.
really cool, and it's not green
went to
anymore.
Jedi
It's
school?
silver and
Right.
blue again, like how David Tennant's screwdriver was. So I
Is
think
it a little
looks,
mini
it looks really
lightsaber?
cool, but we haven't seen more than like half of it because he's holding it in his hand where we can't see, but like
Right.
you can see that there's something there, and it's obviously a screwdriver.
He's hiding it from you, Nathan.
Yeah.
It's very
And River
specifically.
Song had
he
a
knows you're
Sonic-
a weird stalker.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. River Song also had a Sonic shovel, like a Sonic
I thought-
trowel or something.
I thought it was like a little trowel. I thought she was going to be doing
That-
some
people
cement
are
work.
referring to it as the Sonic trowel, and we have no
looks
clue
like
what
a-
it does.
It looks like a Star Trek, a new Star Trek
Enterprise.
phaser.
Yeah, it's-
Does
it looks really weird.
It looks
I
very
Sonic
similar to it.
Shovel.
I thought it was going to look like a
Trowel,
little trowel.
like
I thought she
hand
was going to be doing cement
But yeah,
work.
I think
what I thought.
I don't know what else we were going to talk
Alex
about the
Kingston
season.
looks like that. So
Maybe she's working on Weeping Angels. You know?
Can I
Good
bring
reviews
up?
for that,
Can I
right?
bring up a topic of discussion for this season?
what?
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the whole arc with Ashildr, Maisie Williams' character?
Oh my God!
Yes.
Because
I
I
loved
think
it.
I think it was well done. It's just it's kind of interesting. Like now we have a
Kinda
character.
interesting.
Well, we have a character who was accidentally
She's not
saved.
dying.
Yeah, we have a character who was
And she's-
accidentally saved
Right.
the wrong way by the doctor, and
They're
now
gonna have
she
to-
is older than he is, and she knows like everything about how he works and how he
Right.
does
Well,
things. So she completely
we
has
don't-
him under
hold
her
on, We
thumb.
don't know that because I don't think he's allegedly 2,000 years old.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
think
not
she's that
older
old.
than him.
I don't think
Well,
she's
now
that old.
after Heaven Sent, isn't he like 2 billion years
Yeah,
old?
he's like 2 billion
Well, no,
years
because
old.
because it's a new. I know it's a clone,
well, he's
but
not
it's a
because
joke.
it's a clone, so
Yeah.
it's not him.
So
It's actually what about a couple of
it's
days?
like
whatever it is.
2 million bajillion
The
clones. of him
only
later.
problem they have with what's her name, Ashildy?
Ashildr.
Shilda.
I get it wrong every
Me.
time.
A
Me.
shildy.
Me, yeah.
Ashild. Okay, I got it wrong again. Is it R or A?
It's either
R.
a Shilder
Shilda.
or me. R.
Me.
Her name is.
Or
All right.
Bear
The
Me.
problem they have with Maisie Williams is they're going to have to bind her
horrible.
like
We tell him
veal.
and he still
Good
doesn't
thing you
know.
don't use words for your
Right.
your
They're going to have
job.
to bind her like veal because she's going to get older, and that character can't get older. Right.
I don't
They
think
got to
she's.
put her in a box and bind her.
I don't think she's really a character that needs to come back past this season, though. Like they
How
could
dare
easily.
you.
They can't
no,
afford
They
her.
I'm
need
not.
to.
I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to come back. I'm saying they don't really need her past the story arc they used her in.
Oh, yes, they do.
Like they established that she has
Yeah,
met
they
all
do.
of the Doctor's companions and like she has a place in the universe. But it's just like with Clara, we know that she saved the Doctor a million times, but we don't see her save him every time.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's something like that where we know the character's there, we know
Right,
her
but wouldn't
role,
it-
but we
wanna
don't have to
her,
see it every single time.
She is a problem for him, and they do need to have her come back. She is a problem. And here's what's
Yeah, I guess
interesting
so.
about this character.
I can respect
even though I
that.
don't know her name. The
A
first
Shilda.
time,
A
she was,
Shilder.
she was like a
Shilder.
hero in the first one. Yes. And he saved her for that reason. The second one, she's a bad guy.
Yes.
Third one, she's a bad guy
With good
but-
intentions.
Right.
I don't
She
know if
wasn't
she's technically
meaning to be
bad.
a bad guy. Yeah, but
I
she
mean,
was
she
playing it up.
frames the Doctor
But
for
she
her own
causes
cause, which is
Clara's
not
death
good.
inadvertently.
Yeah.
And now here's what's interesting.
Hold on.
He says
Clara's,
he
death,
forgives
Clara's
her.
death was her fault.
Yeah, it was
caused her own
Clara's
death.
death.
Right.
And to be-
but it's
to be
the si-
completely honest,
the
too, like-
situation was set up by Maisie.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why you could see why she would be blamed. Am I right? See,
I
I'm
mean,
getting
to
lots
me-
of nodding.
to
it's
me,
a
too-
podcast. You can cheer and say, Rob's
No,
right.
That's confusion. That's
Rob's
not
right.
right.
See, the thing to me though was I watched the episode again. I watched it twice, like because I wanted to go back through and see some of the stuff. And when I looked at that scene again where she takes the mark from Riggsy, there's like literally no reason for her to do it at all. Like
No,
she just
I'll
does
tell
it
you
because
what the
she
reason
wants
is.
to. And
She
like
got a part in another
she
show.
has like, well, yeah, but I'm saying like story-wise, she took it literally because she wanted to. Like there was no reason, there was no rhyme to any
Yeah, because
reason
she's
for
getting
her
a
to
big
take
check
it.
to be
But
in
she
this other
just
show.
did it, and it was like,
Well-
okay, why did you do that? What was the point?
But I think it's the arrogance of her character building over the whole series,
Yeah.
where she's like, "Well, I can do anything. The doctor's always going to save me." Well, he
No.
even says,
I think it's
can't-
more than that.
I can't save you this time."
I think
Yeah.
it's more than that. I think that what she did, and we saw it at the end of last season, and we just saw it blossom and blow up in her face. She thinks she's the doctor.
Oh,
At the
yeah.
end of last season, she did that whole thing where I'm the doctor, and blah blah
and
blah.
then they
blah,
used
blah.
her eyes in the title sequence.
Yes.
That was
And-
brilliant.
And this one, the way she did that, she's like, "This is what he would do. I am doing exactly what he would do," because
Right.
it's not arrogance. It's that she's so convinced, like, I'm part of this.
But it is. It's
She's like,
But she
I'm
doesn't
the doctor.
realize.
But
I mean, it is arrogance, but it's not.
Amy never felt like that at all. River does, but River is.
No, she was too mad at
but-
Rory.
But River is most.
River is
the
probably
most equal.
I would
She's
say
a-
River's probably the
well,
only
she's a
one who has
Time
been the
Lord.
most
She's a
equal
part,
to
She's
the
a
Doctor.
part-time lord,
She's
so
part-time
she is
lord.
actually that. She's
How
one
is
of the
she
few
part-time lord? How is River part-time
She
lord?
was. They
If
explained
she's
that
the-
in
If
If
Good Man Goes
she's
to
the
War.
daughter of Rory and Amy, neither one of them is a
No,
Time
they
Lord.
explained it because
conceived
she was-
in the TARDIS and
Yeah.
got exposed to the schism through the time schism.
Yeah, that's why she regenerated. She was the little girl in the time suit, and then
Didn't
she
you
was
watch-
the
Oh, yeah, I
Mel's, and
forgot
then
all
she
that.
was
Did you watch
obviously
Good Man
River
Goes to
Song.
War?
I
And
did.
then she gives.
I forgot it all.
Yeah, and then she
I
gives her
can't get
regenerations
Maisie
to the Doctor to
Williams'
save him.
name right.
Come on,
know.
keep up. This show isn't confusing at all, right? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I know what
Man,
you're
Molly,
talking
did you know all this?
No.
hold on.
Watch,
Spoiler, to say
watch
that
Series 6
the
again. It's the best
lesbian
one
wizard
anyway.
Explains it all in the show.
Yeah.
So
I love Series
Okay.
6. So I've seen that. I've seen Series 6 so many times.
Holy cow.
it's
What?
a lot. Sorry.
Series 6 is a
So
good
I
series.
want to go back to something. What do you guys think of the sunglasses? Did that take something away for you, or did you like it? We've got a boo. Do we have anybody?
that
else?
my-
Thanks,
Anybody
Kathleen.
clapping about
Was
it?
that my wife?
Yes, it was.
So
Very
dare
audible
you.
boo from Kathleen.
So this might incite a little nerd rage, but did anybody read the thing where Moffat explained this?
Yes.
I found it
Vaguely.
really upsetting when I read it because he's like, "Well, we did it because we can, and we wanted to just."
I
see,
mean-
you know how people would react to it. It's like, you know what? I don't mind you messing with it. I don't mind the sonic screwdriver going
Yeah.
away. I thought the way they did the sunglasses just seemed dumb. It would be like if all of a sudden it's
I
like,
agree.
"This is my sonic guitar now, and I'm going to use that for my sonic device." You'd be like,
That would
Yeah.
be great because that's
I
like
mean, it
Mad
was-
Max. Think
it
about
was-
that.
"Well, if
Yeah,
it
that would be
a
awesome.
flame shot out of it, and Charlize Theron
That
showed
would
up,
be
it'd be
cool.
awesome." George
like,
Miller directed it. That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yes.
I'd see it.
Yes, they go back in time and they make Mel Gibson not racist. That would be awesome.
Oh, that
my
was horrible. But I think they,
Instead of Let's Kill Hitler, they do
Would you have
Let's Kill
Eric-
Mel.
Would you have Eric Roberts star in your version?
I'd have Roberts star in everything I do.
so Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Doctor Who again.
Wait,
but
so
all right, Molly,
this
this
is
is
a
why.
Mad Max
Yeah.
recap?
I
Oh,
think
darn.
this is it's
No, I
transitioned
think
from
it's-
Doctor Who to
I
Mad
just
Max and
like
back again.
This is why Cuckoo for Who is not run by me, but by her, because I
Yep.
talk about everything else. We had questions.
Molly,
Go ahead,
go
Molly.
ahead.
What do you have to say?
What was your favorite episode of this season?
All right.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, your grandmother approves. Who are you asking?
No, wait. I have a
Who
question.
are you asking?
All of you.
All
Can,
of you.
can we count two-parters as one?
Yeah,
Sure.
Technically,
you have to.
because like the
Yeah.
entire season, except for 2 episodes, is two-parters.
Sure.
Even
Okay.
the three-parters.
Yes, this last one's technically a 3-parter because
Even
of
though
how
they put it
Face
as
the
part
Raven
1,
ties
part
in.
2 in the
Yeah.
description, it's a
Well,
three-parter.
Face the Raven directly leads into Heaven Sent, so it's technically a 3-parter.
All right, Nerdlinger. Let's go on.
Dang it.
Dang it. Want to go to
Dork-
Chris?
I'm trying to
What-
think.
what'd
I'm
you
trying
say,
to think. Chris,
Dorkmeister?
Chris, you guys come back to me. I'm trying
All
to
right.
think.
Molly, ask Chris.
Okay, what's yours?
See how I deflected?
Zygon Inversion are my favorite
That's
two-parters.
it. Yep.
Yes.
I agree with that. That was
Just
the best.
because Osgood is maybe one of the best one-off
Osgood
characters
is
they've had in
Osgood
New Who.
is like. I love Osgood
And
so
Plug
much.
got to meet her last week, and she was totally awesome.
You know what? Okay,
So,
I know. I'm
fantastic.
sorry. I
Sorry,
didn't
I'm
buy
not rubbing
tickets.
that in.
I'm sorry.
She was fantastic. She was
Yeah.
cool and talking about
For
it,
those of
so-
you who don't know, Osgood ended up coming to Chicago TARDIS instead of Jenna Coleman last week. So I'm sad because I didn't get tickets when Jenna Coleman said she wasn't going to go. And then Osgood showed up, and then I cried when I found out on Monday.
Yep.
Dude, Alex Kingston and Paul McGann were there. That's enough for me.
Yeah,
I'm
enough. Yeah. Chris Mao was there, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed he was.
All right. You know what? I have the same one. I thought the Zygon inversion was just awesome.
Yeah.
And see, I was a huge fan of the 50th and and the whole Osgood thing. Like, to me, that was just some of the sweetest Doctor Who ever. And this two-parter resolving that was amazing. And okay, Nathan, are you ready, or are we going to have Molly answer?
Yeah, I was going to say the Zygon invasion and inversion too. I think it's that whole, not only Osgood, but that whole speech in inversion.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched that speech over and over again because I watched it the next day and I was just like, it still blew my mind. Like, I think that is probably one of, if not the best, like, solid either scene or speech in New Who. Like, he does such a good job, and like, you can tell the pain and like just. He really got into it there. It's
also
so
didn't
hard
feel
to
like
watch, but
fan
it's just,
service.
it keeps you in. Like, it's so good.
Right.
Yeah.
It also didn't feel like fan service, which a lot of times things like that will.
Yeah.
You know, we got Osgood, we got Zygons. It's like, it didn't feel like fan service. It felt like, wow, they're telling us a story.
Yeah,
The
it
best
was a
ones
good
too,
follow-up.
like the Rings of Akaten. That speech
Oh,
was
man.
another great one. Just like
Right.
here he is, he's putting his character out there and saying, "I'm the Doctor. This is what it is. I'm not standing for whatever is going on," and that's
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm getting chills from that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so am I.
I love that.
Would you like to
speech.
warm up with this?
Yeah, I do need a little warm up. So,
Molly, what was
what do you
yours?
The Zygon invasion inversion and
She's
the
going to
all
get
of
like
us.
4 of them here.
and the Magician's
three-
Apprentice, and
the three-parter.
This
You
one
mean here at
going
the
on
end?
right now?
You know what? I was going to say that. I wonder if after tonight, if our answer would change.
I mean, okay, so assuming everyone's here to watch the finale, I'm assuming most, if not all of you, have watched last week, right? Has anybody not watched last week's
my
episode?
parents, but they don't know what we're talking
what's a
about.
confession
Okay, so
dial?
you guys haven't watched last week's yet. Okay. Do you mind if we spoil it? Because we kind of have to. Okay, well, you can plug your ears or like step outside for 2 minutes.
Right.
So
Edward has to be
the
super
big
quick.
spoiler is the end of it. The Doctor finds Gallifrey again. What did I miss?
Did you hear it, dude?
Nothing happened. Trust me.
Nothing happened.
Nothing spoiled. You're all good.
So,
Do you know who Darth Vader is in the story?
Don't do that. That's even worse.
All
yeah,
right. So
You are.
I'm sorry.
Horrendous.
I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry.
Not you.
I didn't do
But
it.
yeah, at the end of the episode, he finds Gallifrey again, and that's where this episode is picking up.
Or does he?
Well, we see him step onto Gallifrey and then tell them that he
Or
came back
do
the long
we?
way around. So it's like,
Well,
well,
they,
okay.
they stepped on a Scarrow, but it wasn't Scarrow.
right.
It was a new Scarrow, but it was Scarrow.
But
No,
we
it wasn't.
no, it
It's a new
wasn't. And we
They
saw
called it Scarrow.
Well, I
he
know,
said it's the
but
new Scarrow
I can
because
call this
Scarrow
place
got
something
destroyed.
else. Yeah,
but
I know. I'm
But
teasing
it's he finds Gallifrey again at the very end of last week's episode, and that's what this episode is picking up. And they've shown in the previews that it looks like Rassilon is back,
you. Yes.
but it's not.
But we've talked about
what's
that.
his name?
Rassilon is the president of the Time Lords.
Yeah.
They call him Rassilon like they call Caesar.
Yeah. No matter
so
what, yeah.
Whoever
So-
is the president was Rassilon.
Is the
'cause
Rassilon.
Yeah.
When Tom Baker got elected in
Yeah.
Trial of the Time Lords, is that
Yeah.
the series?
So
he
he
was
was
called,
Rassilon.
they called him Rassilon.
Yeah,
where
so
he
Rassilon is in this episode. There's also the war general from the 50th,
Mm-hmm.
and then the one woman from the Sisterhood of Karn
Yep, the
is
Witch
in this
of Karn.
episode at some point or another.
Yes.
But that's about all we know.
So Molly, is it Gallifrey?
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
You're convinced it is.
Well, it
Yeah,
has to
'cause
be. What else
the-
would it be?
In the 50th, that looked exactly like what happened in the 50th.
You say what else could it be, but where was he in this last episode? Was that real?
Yes, he was
Yes,
in like.
that was inside his confession dial. He was in the confession dial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at the end of the episode, he pulls out the confession dial and looks at it, and it's open, and you see the tower, and then it closes itself up. That's why
Yeah.
he had to confess to that thing. That was him in his confession dial, like telling it what it needs to know, and then it's sealing itself.
Okay.
It was.
I think
you,
I just
you
had a
to
mini
see
stroke.
It,
Holy cow.
but yeah, but he is on Gallifrey because like Gallifrey didn't get destroyed as we found out in the 50th. Like it just got
It did
moved
get
into
away.
space. And when he
But
when
I
he
thought they'd be
finished,
searching for that. They didn't search for it. He just like went there.
yeah, but it was
Yeah.
through the confession dial. The confession dial has a link to Gallifrey because it's Gallifreyan technology.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
They
hold
talk
on.
about it how he exits it and it says home in the diamond before he
better
breaks
be
it.
careful when you
and
click
that
on those
takes
links.
Him.
But
He thinks
not
it's to the
always what you
TARDIS,
think.
but it ends up on Gallifrey
But
instead, which is like even better.
Here's my theory. He gave his confession dial to the Witch of Karn. she
Yeah.
shows up in Gallifrey, so she somehow got to Gallifrey and brought
Yeah,
the
she knows
confession
who it
dial
is, yeah.
with her. So he went into the confession dial and then came out of it, and that's how he got there.
Yeah,
that's
I
my
think that
theory
makes
on
the
it.
most
Sorry.
sense. So
What do you got, Mal?
Who's the Witch of Karn?
the woman from the Night of the Doctor special with Paul McGann. Do you remember that little short where
Oh.
he regenerates into John Hurt?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
we
her,
watched that.
and then she was in the preview for Series 9. The Doctor gives the confession dial to her to give to Missy.
Oh, that's who that was?
Yes.
So, not to give, I don't think to
Yeah.
give to Missy.
She
but-
said
yeah,
he
because it
gave it
went
to
to
her,
Missy.
and he said, "You know who to give this to."
Right, and it went to Missy.
It was like he mentioned it was supposed to go to Missy, and he says
Okay.
that in Witch's Apprentice and Familiar.
So
Okay.
then Missy goes to, okay.
Yeah, so it's really confusing how the whole confession dial chain works, but it was supposed to go to Missy because
Okay.
Missy was his best friend.
And she was originally in a Tom Baker one, right? The Sisters of Karn?
They
I think it was
were
a Tom
they were
Baker.
in Tom Baker, and I think there was an episode in Peter Davison where he visited them, but I'm not sure. But the Sisterhood of Karn is a very old. I don't even want to call them a monster, but I guess they're allies of
Right.
the Doctor. They're very old school.
Okay.
What else you got, Mal?
What were you saying?
I know, it was like an hour ago.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
Sorry.
I'll shut up now.
We're tangenting.
Yeah. Mal, you had more questions?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. So, yes.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
At the end of the
No.
time where he uses all the Doctors to transport it to another place in space.
He sends it somewhere. And then
Yeah.
Moffat had said after that happened, well, we know what we're going to do for the next 50 years, try to find Gallifrey. Well,
And he
they
found it
made
2
For
years
the
later.
next-
2 years later,
Yeah.
apparently, according to Nathan.
And the fun fact is, if you watch the
Hey, fun facts.
the next time trailer that they put at the end of Heaven Sent, there's a shot of him in what looks like William Hartnell's TARDIS. Like it's an old school round things on
really?
the walls TARDIS
Ooh, nice.
with the original console. And there's a section where he falls on the floor and you hear the console saying "regeneration in progress" in like a robotic kind of voice.
Wait, where was this?
This is in the next time trailer.
I never saw.
We
the
saw
next-
this last week.
We
It was
didn't
at the
see
very
this.
end of the episode, right before the credits.
I don't
was-
even know what happened
it
10
was
minutes
cut
ago. I
off.
don't know what happened last week.
It was
But yeah,
actually
it-
cut off for ours.
Oh, it was cut off for you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, ours
we
was
didn't-
cut
But
off.
one of the
That's
shots.
why I don't
one of the
remember.
shots
It
shows
was so
Capaldi
annoying.
in a Tom Baker TARDIS, and then another shot, the console says "regeneration in progress," and we see Capaldi on the floor. So we wonder if something happens, or if someone else is regenerating, or
Well, we know he's not
what's
going anywhere
on.
because they've said that he is on for next season.
They've confirmed
so-
he's here. Yeah. But
Unless-
I wonder how he gets into the old TARDIS because I have a
Unless
theory
there's two
that-
of them.
Well,
Go ahead.
one of the fan theories is that's how he escapes is by getting on.
He steals
old
another
school
TARDIS,
Steals
yeah.
another TARDIS, but
Yeah. Which
Another
would be
Type
actually
40.
really interesting because they could use
Yeah.
that in the next season and with a working chameleon circuit. If he had a TARDIS with one that actually worked, that would be really cool. But
Oh,
I don't
that'd
think
be
they'll keep
cool.
it.
Well, he
but
had
it,
one
but it
that
takes
worked-
away
it
the
worked for
whole this thing right here is one of the most recognizable things in television history. They can't just get rid of this now. They're
It'd be
50
like-
years in the hole.
It'd be
on it.
like getting rid of the sonic screwdriver. They'd never do that.
Yeah.
damn
Well,
you,
That was
okay.
sarcasm.
damn you for stealing my line.
Right.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was dumb that they tried it. I think it was dumb how they did it.
Yes.
If that makes sense. It was a cool
Yeah.
idea to try, but it didn't work.
But that reminds me, if they were doing it to make it appeal to today's generation, it reminds me of when The Simpsons did the Poochie episode and he put the sunglasses on the dog to make it cool. That's what it felt like to me.
What?
They made him Poochie this year.
Yeah,
We're going to do that to Chris on This Week in Geek.
Yeah.
I make this look good.
Hey, Poochie.
You make anything look good.
So to me, it was a misstep. It was a misstep.
Yeah.
And I'm not a hater.
No. I
So-
think it was more for laughs, I think. That 'cause, it was still a way to get the same stuff accomplished, but keep it funny.
Okay, Molly,
Yes.
let's talk about companions for a second.
Okay.
We know that in this upcoming Christmas special, he's with River again.
Yes.
Going forward into next year, what are we going to do? Are we going to have a companion?
A
Are we
shoulder.
not? A shoulder is going to be the companion, in your opinion?
Yes.
Do you guys think that would happen?
I don't think so.
No.
She'd
I don't
be a
think
fun-
I don't think she would be able
No.
to tolerate him.
No. Chris?
It would be
No.
fun.
It's not going to be a shoulder.
Also,
What
I
about
don't-
that? What was that one girl from last season that had the curly?
Maisie. Not Maisie.
That Maisie is
no,
the Schilder.
No, it's Schilder.
I know
got
that
it right.
who was in the Christmas special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shona.
They ruled her out
Shona.
already.
Shona.
They ruled
Yeah.
her out already, though. They said that she's not going to be on again.
Oh, I liked her.
Is it going to be a female?
Because it's a good idea. Like,
Is it gonna be a woman?
Because I don't
they
think-
ruled out Ingrid Oliver. Too.
I don't even think they know
Yeah.
what they're going to do yet. Like the thing is that's
Why does it
though,
have to be a female though? We're
It
all
doesn't.
assuming it's going to be.
I think for once they should just do a regular old male companion, because
named Nathan
like-
Chesterfield.
yes, definitely me. But I think they have a problem in the new series where the male companions are always second to the female companions. So we have Danny and we have Rory, Captain Jack and Mickey. I mean, they were there and they sort of count, but at the same time, like Rose is the
Mickey
companion.
never counts.
Yeah, Mickey doesn't count.
Yeah, Mickey is
Mickey
not
the idiot.
there.
No, I like Mickey. I like Mickey though.
Clone
But-
Mickey was much better.
I mean, even
Yeah.
Rory, who I love to death, because Rory was the best in my opinion. Like he wasn't the only companion. I think they need to do a
He
male
wasn't the
companion.
primary companion.
Yeah, they need to do a male companion who is there by himself to like be a friend to the Doctor and get it right.
So they can bro it up.
Yeah, like because honestly,
Romance it.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Romance.
with the apart from Jack, pretty much all of the male companions have had really really weird writing, and like it hasn't been good. Like
Rory's was good.
I mean,
though. I
Rory's
thought
was
Rory's
alright,
place was good once
but
I
it
figured
wasn't like top tier good though. Like they focused more on Amy than they did on Rory, and
Why-
that was
and-
the
and why
problem
don't
with
they-
that.
how about if
same
they
with,
give him
same
like
with
an old
Clara
lady?
on Danny?
Why not?
You have
Donna
objection
Noble?
to
Or an old
Rory?
guy, give him Hume Crone or somebody like that. That'd be
Hang on,
awesome.
we have
Dakota.
we have defenders of Rory's writing over here. What do you guys think about Rory?
Come up.
They did a really good job with the last Centurion. Like, I think they really built it up there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's good.
And it wasn't always focused on Amy. It was like definitely Rory.
You guys talk over each other more than we do. That's awesome.
Yay.
I will give you that though. That is a good thing I didn't think about. I almost forgot about the last Centurion.
I mean,
arc, so.
that's the whole
So
second
thank
half
you.
of the season is the last Centurion.
Yeah, I
mean
know.
that whole Demons Run, the whole thing was.
Rory, I don't mean to be rude, but you died. Yeah, I know. I was there.
We were blocking you there, Molly. I had to get you back on
Sorry.
camera. You're the money shot here.
So what else do we have to knock out about Series 9? Anybody got any topics?
You got anything
or did we
else?
Have something
What about
else?
you guys? What do you guys think? Anything you want to talk about from Series 9? Yes.
Yes.
I promise we won't spoil anything else. And if you're upset by it, it was all Nathan.
It's all.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Are you excited to see Star Wars? Yes.
He's
I
not
thought
happy
Rory
with you.
was good, but he just dies 2 times.
Rory?
He dies like 6 times, doesn't he?
I only know 2 times. Someone
Because
said
he dies in the he falls into the crack the one time.
Yeah.
Then he jumps off the building with Amy and Angels.
No,
What else does he
I
die?
had a Tony Orlando
On the
joke I was
side,
about to make.
Which one?
He touched the side.
Martha, that was for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's 3. So Rory's died at least 3 times.
There's
So
another
are you
time.
saying you're not a Rory fan? Who do you think should be the next companion? Or have we met the next
Hold on.
companion?
I
He-
like Rory, but he just dies a lot.
Okay, so
He dies in wife of
I don't
Doctor's
know.
wife,
We're,
doesn't he?
we're
Yeah.
ruling out Rory. All right. Do you think it should be a male, a female, or an alien of some sort, or Hume Crone?
Ooh.
Probably male.
Okay. Hume Crone's out.
Actually, that brings up an interesting point. Like, why does it have to be a human companion?
I made an interesting point, yes.
What about Strax?
Why couldn't it be any...
Strax.
Because you know what? But Strax is an awesome character, but every week it would be the Strax show.
Yeah.
You know,
have to have-
I think he's great
Yes.
in Strax
Yeah.
spurts, but
What, Edward? What's wrong?
Because the thing that you have
don't
to be
make it a weeping
careful
angel.
of-
That'd be a terrible companion.
you have-
Terrible.
You have to be careful of making a character who isn't more enticing to watch than the Doctor is, because it is a co-lead position. Like the Doctor has his role, and then the companion has their role, and they co-lead the show. But if one of those is more overpowering than the other, especially if the companion's more overpowering,
Can we
then
bring back
it
Adric?
gets weird.
But what if now I'm just using this as a what if. I'm not saying this character before I incite any kind of riot. But
Thank you.
if you took a character like Madame Vastra, who's a really interesting alien character, forget all the characters around her, we're not doing any of that story. I'm just saying here's an alien that has a very defined character. that is not going to overshadow the Doctor, but would add a really interesting element as a companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you could do.
I would agree with that.
Bonafalaka would not be a great.
Bonifa
Bonafalaka would just be too
Colada.
fun to say.
Bonifa Colada.
Yeah. But
And I
that's
don't
not,
even
you're not
know-
looking for him
Oh,
to
man.
be the companion.
So
What if they did a Star Trek thing like they did with Worf and they took a villain?
you just want everything to be Star Trek, don't you?
That'd be
Q
awesome.
brought Q
That would be
in.
cool.
Q becomes the companion.
That would be awesome.
Shut up.
They would outdo each other the whole show.
And that's how we end up getting Star Trek and Doctor Who in the same universe.
Rob has
Yeah.
secretly
They did
thought
it in
Doctor Who was
IDW.
actually just knock off Star Trek for 50 years.
IDW did it.
I think it should be a Dalek.
A Xylon?
A Dalek.
A Dalek.
Dalek. Oh, that would be weird.
Oh.
How would they do that?
How about Clara Dalek?
Osgood or
Yes!
Oswin Dalek?
Osgood Dalek.
That
Or
episode, I remember
Osgood.
that episode being like
Or-
horrifically creepy the first time I watched it.
That was,
Asylum. I remember that was I got chills down my spine the first time I watched that episode because it was just. Ugh. Which one? The Asylum of the Daleks. When we found
yeah,
out
Asylum of the
Oswin
Daleks.
was a Dalek, it was depressing.
Or do you think Osgood could be the companion?
I want her to be, but Stephen Moffat doesn't want her to be.
No, I know what you do. We're seeing it right on the screen now. You bring back Catherine Tate to have to be the companion with Peter Capaldi.
But her mind-
Imagine grumpy Capaldi.
But her mind would explode and she
Donna.
would die. Her mind would explode and she would die, though.
He goes back in time. He can't save Clara,
Because
but he goes
she
back
gets
and
her
he
mind wiped, and if she
Donna.
remembers, her brain would like explode. Because yeah,
It turns into scanners in the last episode. Be awesome.
that would just it would be awesome. But they wrote themselves out of that one, I think.
What if they bring back David Tennant and make him the companion?
Yes,
But it's the
right now.
it's the
Get
human
Stephen
David
Moffat on the phone.
It's the human David Tennant, the one that went to
No,
Rose.
Kilgrave.
And he's like
Kilgrave.
Kilgrave.
Kilgrave. Oh my gosh.
And he sits there and just makes suggestions to the doctor's like, what are you doing? Yeah, no.
It's like
David
the Sonic
Tennant, I'm
paper.
I'm
Oh, my
saying that
goodness.
comes back right now.
Yes. And that,
I'd be
and
fine with
he's
this.
in-
I don't think anyone wouldn't be
Spoiler,
fine
he's
with
in
that.
David
new-
Duchovny comes back as Agent Mulder flying through time and
Agent
space
Mulder.
with Doctor Who.
Doctor Who X-Files crossover confirmed.
Or Will Smith. It could be Men in Black.
Will Smith.
And then he'd do the soundtrack, getting hooey with it. Hey,
Although I think too.
I got a microphone
Hey,
again.
I think
James
too-
Smith would have to be in.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
No.
I think as my last thought on the companion thing, it would be interesting too if they didn't go with one for once.
Just him
I think
traveling?
have like traveling people because David Tennant did that at the end of his final season before they did the whole big 3-parter for Journey's End. They did
Yeah, but they did the specials, and they did 4
yeah, but
specials
they
that
did
had
specials and
companions
stuff,
in
and they
each
had
of them, though.
companions where it was like people who would come along for like an episode or like even we've seen now, and I think
You
they
don't
might
want a
have-
whole season of that. You want to get attached
No.
to the companion.
But
the
I think they-
companion is us on the tour.
I think too.
Yes.
I think
we
too,
are the companion.
They have a unique opportunity to go with just the Doctor and like not even traveling companions because I think they tried that with Heaven Sent. They see, okay, do people like an episode that just
Yes.
has the Doctor?
Yes.
And like pretty much everyone agrees. Like
But
last week's
if
episode
every
was
week it was
amazing.
him with skulls, it would get a little boring.
Right.
Well, it wouldn't be just him with skulls. Like the problem with this week was it was just him. But if we did it in
wasn't a
like
problem,
a
it was
regular
awesome.
serial
There was no
story,
problem.
it would be the people who came in for that story and then like not even a companion, no one who travels with him,
He
just
needs the
him solving
companion
it.
there to be the voice of the audience.
Matt Smith said it perfectly. He goes, I'm here being clever, and there's no one here to say, to notice
What's
it.
the point in
That
having
is-
you all?
That is the point.
Where he's coming from and saying it doesn't have to be the same person every week.
No, it could be rotating, sure.
Yeah.
Planet to planet, he might find one woman, 1 week a woman, or 1 week a small child, or 1 week.
There's my vote.
Yeah.
I want Molly to be the
Yeah.
companion.
Yeah.
I want Molly to be the companion.
Can you imagine?
Yay.
But it's not the same woman or gentleman
Yeah.
character week after week after week.
Right, they rotate it.
But
Yeah.
But the problem with that, I like that. But the problem with that is there is the relationship between the Doctor and the companions that make the show. I think.
And
Yeah.
the relationship from us to the companion. Too much
And
turmoil like that.
Too much, your heart would explode after like 5
So
episodes.
Molly, you have all the feels for every episode.
Yeah.
Every character would die every episode, and everyone.
Do you
Hey,
get feels
yeah.
from this show?
was gonna say.
Molly.
What if he
No.
just
When
what if he just
Clara
picked up somebody
dies.
really bad and they step out the doors of the TARDIS and they get shot by a Dalek?
So like every episode we have to deal with it.
Like that would be so depressing. It'd just be like, well, I guess he's dead. Cool,
Would an
whatever.
alien pop out of her
like
chest?
you,
Like,
you
yeah.
lose that if it's a week-to-week story. Yeah.
So in other words, you want to make the companion basically Kenny of South Park.
Kenny.
So, oh my God, they killed
Kenny
another
should definitely be
companion.
the companion.
Could
Kenny's
Cartman be
secretly
there?
a time
Every
lord.
week we see a new, unique way of killing a companion.
If we get Cartman, then
I like it.
Kenny is
Cartman's
secretly a
the
Time Lord.
companion.
That's how he survives every episode of South Park.
Respect my authority.
Why isn't this TARDIS taking off? I'm just being boned. Thank you.
I am
Very
the
bad
king.
impression. All right.
Yeah, I think no matter who it is,
Did we
though.
do everything?
Yeah.
I think
Molly,
so.
do you have anything else? This is your show, and we completely overtalked it.
Sorry.
no.
How dare you? We did not. You got anything more?
No, I think we should wrap it up.
You want to wrap it up? Why don't you wrap it
Hey.
up? How do we wrap it up?
Cool.
Say leave.
Thank you.
Leave.
Wrap it up
Hey.
like we do on Cuckoo
Like-
for Who.
You.
I do it. Okay.
You
We're gonna
do
do
it,
it like
I
we're
do
gonna do
the
the
end.
live read of the end of Cuckoo for Who, and it's gonna be just like it really is because Martha's gonna miss her cue at the very end. So here we go. Thank you for listening,
Ouch.
everybody. This has been Cuckoo for Who. You can find all of our past episodes of this and all our podcasts at.
www.southcatemediagroup.com.
You can find us on Twitter at Cuckoo for the number 4 Who. You can also find me at R Southgate. You can find Chris at.
Bluebox176 on Twitter, blueboxcafe.com.
I just asked Twitter. Come on, man. Are you on Twitter?
I am, but no one follows me.
Excellent. Let's keep that trending.
Perfect.
I'll
Hashtag
say,
let's not
I
follow
don't-
Nathan.
I don't want you all to find
Hey,
me.
that's funny. Nobody follows Rob either.
That's
Oh,
right.
hey.
And Molly,
It's
what,
because
what
I'm
do
part
you
of
tweet
Anonymous.
from?
I do Southgate Media Group.
At SMG Pods.
At SMG Pods. I do something.
She doesn't tweet, except she will occasionally
And I
get in
don't
there.
know the Twitter. And
Yeah, she doesn't. So she'll just
does-
put.
How
a little-
do I
a little
do the
slash-
Facebook?
I
She'll
don't
put a
do
little
the Twitter.
slash Molly if it's her, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's it. Until
Yeah.
next time.
Alonzo.
See, do you guys want to join us on Alonzo?
No, it's okay.
All right.
I do.
You do?
Come on,
Martha,
Chris, you want to be a
gonna
Check it. I'll do
buzzkill?
a
Come
Geronimo.
on.
You want to do a Geronimo?
Yes.
I'm with Chris on that one.
Yes.
So we'll do it, since it's live, we'll do Geronimo.
3 out of
Until
4.
next time,
Geronimo.
Geronimo! Oh, the audience joined in. Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.